Okay, well, I just got me some Final Draft 12, so I figured I'd do kind of a review of it because I only just upgraded this like the other day, so I haven't really messed around with it much since I got it. So I thought I would just record myself. But yeah, I finally upgraded. I was using Final Draft 10 for the longest time, and eventually, I don't know. It was only, I mean, the upgrade. It's weird because they call it an upgrade, but you're really just downloading the brand new program, and I don't think it's any cheaper or the difference than just if you were to straight out buy Final Draft 12 up front. But enough of that. This is essentially how the thing opened up, and I don't like how it looks at all. Personally, it's kind of hideous because I like the classic view, which you can over here. You can thankfully just go into classic view. Right, this is how I like looking at it. Can I change it back now? Ribbon view. Yeah, I don't like ribbon view just because it takes up too much space. Like, I want all this space. But it does have something pretty cool that I don't know if other ones had, but it's got focus mode, which I can't click on right now, and I don't know why. I don't know what I did to make that not work. But this thing is gross. I don't like this outline editor thing, which is like, it's a script, so I don't know why you need to outline that. So get rid of that crap. So yeah, I'm gonna go this classic view event once I'm done recording this, because I don't want to look at this stuff. It's just the amount of space it takes up is terrible. But now I don't know why I can't get focus mode to show up, because I mean, look at that. It's so much nicer and cleaner though. I mean, like, all that space, all that stuff up here is like there, but I'll go back to ribbon mode. Why the hell won't focus mode show up? Seriously. I wanted to show that because it is a good mode, and I don't know how to get it to go back to it now. I like the scene navigator too. I don't know. One thing that I wish it would kind of default open this thing is the scene navigator, but it just doesn't, because I find it pretty useful. I find it useful for just jumping back and forth between scenes, so you don't have to constantly scroll up and down. You can just double click to all the scenes. It helps you jump around your script way faster, but I haven't figured out a way to make it default show up. Like, it could just sit right there where it is now and not be in the way. Okay, now focus mode is available, and I don't know why. But here it is. Focus mode is pretty sweet because it pretty much makes it look like classic view. Like, what's the big difference? Not a whole lot. I have no idea what I did to make focus mode suddenly just work. I don't know. Did I change the view? See, the thing is like, there's so much extra crap on here that I personally just don't even bother with. I mean, I'm not doing a production, so I don't need any of the production whatevers. But I mean, this whole thing here is for people who are like working with something on an actual production, which would be nice. But being able to just switch back and forth to like all this crap and then get rid of it and then that, and you can just focus on the writing. But you know, to me, classic view is pretty much just the same thing, just a little bit cleaner. Because, you know, I still want my navigator. Go into focus mode and you don't get your navigator. Even like the navigator itself, you can edit how that looks, because you can remove all the things that you don't want in there. Like, I can get rid of some of these, like script notes. I don't use that, but you need to go into a separate thing to edit this. Because even the way the navigator looks right now is kind of a mess. to how I like the way it looks. You know, it's like every time I get a new version of Final Draft, I gotta make a couple changes just to suit how I like doing it. Sorry for the snottiness. I'm gonna try to delete that. I don't know why there isn't like a button. Maybe there's a button somewhere to change. Yeah, like title page. You can just go right into that. I don't know why there isn't an easier way to switch back and forth between... What's night mode? Yeah, whatever. It's just dark. Yeah, so here I am with whatchamacallit, the title page open, and I don't know how to get it to go away. Like, that's fucking annoying too. If I close that, will I close the whole script or just the title page? Okay, just the title page. Yeah, see, like all this stuff, I just not a fan of it. But inserting images, I mean, that's new. I wouldn't insert an image into a script, but I guess you could if you wanted. I don't know why though. I mean, most people just don't accept that. It's kind of like one of those gray areas of like, I guess you could put a picture in a script if you wanted to help explain something, if it was like a historical movie or whatnot. Save as PDF, that's good. You can save as a template, I guess, if you were to like format it in a different way, it would help automatically, but I literally just always use the default script mode, because, you know, that's what I like about Final Draft. It's just default in the way it's supposed to be already, so you don't have to mess with any of that stuff. Macros, I never use macros either, but I suppose you could if you wanted to like use a shortcut, but I mean, honestly, everything is just enter. You know, you hit enter, and then boom, whatever you need is all right there. I mean, generally, whenever I hit enter, all I'm ever going to do is like an action line, a scene heading, character, or dialogue. That's it. Everything else, like none of this stuff, lyrics, image, all that stuff, I would never do any of that. And you hit tab, and then, you know, you hit a character name, or I hit J because I don't want to mess up my script. This is a script a pilot I'm working on. I don't want to like change anything that I don't want to change. Target script length. Yeah, I've never used that, but I guess if you go over the page length, it'll tell you, like, yeah, you went over. Oh, that's annoying. I gotta fix that. I hate it when like you waste an entire line with just one thing. Like, that's just a waste of a page. So I gotta figure out how to get that up. Either add to it to make it longer, or change something so this goes up. I hate wasting lines and I hate wasting stuff like that. I like Smart Type, though I don't know why none of my character names are showing up. Smart Type's a good menu for... I'm not sure why it's not showing any of the character names. I don't know, I've like reopened and closed this script between this program and Writer's Duet, so I don't know if that messes some things up, because like switching between the two does screw up some formatting things. Like this is supposed to be centered, and it was centered, and so was the bottom. Is the bottom one centered? Yeah, this one's kind of centered, but I do this in like Writer's Duet and then move it over to Final Draft. I gotta fix it again, and it's like, much as I like Writer's Duet for writing on my tablet, it's like when I'm definitely done and I want to put it into a PDF, I'll open it in Final Draft just to make sure it looks proper before I PDF it. The formatting needs to be good. Again, like a lot of this stuff, I'm just kind of messing around just to see, like, yeah, see, that's not bad. I mean, for just clicking on things, messing around, but again, I don't want to mess around with my mouse at all, really. I just want to write, which is, focus mode is good for that. If you just straight up want to write and not touch your mouse. But if you wanted to change things, like go over to action and hit elements. I mean, it accesses all your elements anyways this way, but you can do each one. One thing I always change is the space between the headings, so there's not like giant space between scenes, because Final Draft default has it to like 2, which basically adds an extra space between the scenes that I don't think is needed. It could really just waste a whole lot. I mean, you can change it here too. Very tight, regular. I don't know. I mean, this would be like if you wanted to cheat your like page length or whatever. Like someone's like, "Oh, can you like shave off 2.5 pages from this?" And you're like, "Okay, I'll just change this." The thing is, like, none of this stuff you really need to do. Like if you're just writing a feature, you can just straight up open it and just start writing. You don't need to mess with any of this stuff. It's already aligned and formatted to exactly how it's supposed to be. Sample scripts. Open a shooting script tutorial file. Tangle Moss FD12. I don't know what Tangle Moss means. Tangle. Is this like from that Disney movie or something, maybe? New from template. Yeah, so by default it just goes to screenplay. Then there's different types of screenplays. Graphic novel. Never done any of that stuff. But it helps you with like things already done for you. Like if you want to write a query letter, you could just take this and change it to whatever you want to change it to. So that's kind of a lot. I mean, people don't really write query letters like that anymore, I don't think. Amy Screenwriter. Good to meet you, Amy Screenwriter. I guess if you're going to name someone Amy Screenwriter, then you're just deciding what they're going to do with the rest of their life. It's like calling someone Jeeves. Yeah, and for TV, BBC sitcom, I guess BBC has a different format than other TV. I mean, this just looks like a screenplay, though. I mean, this doesn't look any different at all. Single cam. I mean, the thing is, all this stuff just kind of looks the same. I mean, it's really just about the act breaks. Yeah, look, there's nothing even there. Sometimes the templates have stuff written, sometimes they don't. So why is a Dark Horse graphic novel different than a graphic novel? Well, this is interesting, weird that they have a thing for a graphic novel, but not like, I mean, why don't they just straight up have a thing for writing books in here too, if you wanted? Because why not? I mean, I suppose you could if you wanted. I suppose you could just write it normally. You could just write it as a text. Text outline. Text document. See, text document? That's just straight up, nothing. That could be your outline. Write whatever you want. So you hit enter, it doesn't give you any options for screenwriting stuff. No. Then up here they have WGA. If you wanted to register your script with the WGA, it would automatically take you to there. One thing I'm trying to find is cloud saving, because that's something that I fell in love with immediately with Writer's Duet. When switching between whatever you're using it on, it'll just automatically, once it's saved, it'll open on another tablet or phone or on your computer and pick up where you left off. And I don't know if that's something that Final Draft does, which they really should if they don't, because it's kind of a thing that people just expect now. Tools. Yeah, here's if you wanted someone to talk. These things are kind of funny when you play the
melting heat of cracked asphalt tricks our eyes,
okay.
casting billowy shadows of...
Alright, and you can like change the voices. I don't know why my character list isn't showing up. I don't know why. But you can change the actual voice of, the talking to if you want. Or if you can't find a name, if you have trouble deciding someone's name for a character, I usually just pull my names out of my butt. I don't really think about it. But you could if you wanted to. I don't know, I just hit K for no reason. That's just the first letter I hit. And now it's loading and being annoying. Yeah, now here's every single K name they have. Kaiser, look at that. Then you could add it to your smart type menu, so it's now in your character list, so that's pretty sweet. Again, these aren't things I really do anyways. Like once I'm done this video, I'm just going to go back to classic view and leave it that way. Like I don't do any outlining, I don't really need that, or rulers. All these things you just kind of make it messier, I don't want to see any of that. But that's just me, of course. Product registration, I've already done that. Register my script. Yeah, so if you click register your script through the actual program, it'll open you to here and, decide where you want to register it to, if you want to. I mean, there's the collaboration option, which I'm seeing, but like, I still don't see any option for cloud saving. I've never used the app on an Apple. I don't have an iPad or any Apple product to see how this runs on an iPad, because I'll never be not pissed off about Final Draft not being on Android, and I think it's ridiculous that they don't have it. Maybe there's a save to cloud option. No. I don't know. I find that really, really lame that you just can't. There's no option to save to the cloud. There's no option to like save to even just Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you use. Save as template. See, I'm really quite surprised that they don't have that. Like I don't know. I feel like either I'm missing it and I could look for it online, get help. If I go to get help and type in cloud saves, will that be a thing? Does Final Draft 12 have cloud save? Local sync folder. Well, in the 2018 answer, but I mean, maybe they've changed it since then. I don't know, because it's just telling you here that the only option is to save it to this folder, which it's just saving it to a folder. Like you save it to your Google Drive folder, which doesn't sync properly for me, anyways. It's like I gotta save it to the folder, but then I gotta sync it the folder itself. It's not like Writer's Duet. I could just save it and then close it and open it on a different system. Go from my tablet to my phone or to my computer, and it's open. How the F do they not have that yet? I mean, it's so stinking convenient. And considering this is supposed to be the premier screenwriting program, it doesn't have a thing that's kind of become standard on most programs. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Again, I could be just missing it, but if the only option is to save it as into your Google Drive folder, which I don't even know where it would be if I have one. Yeah, I could save it to my Google Drive or my OneDrive, but even then it's like that doesn't automatically save it on the cloud for me. I'd have to go into my Google, I have to go turn on that sync thing for it to actually like upload. Either that or I just save it and then go over here and go to Google Drive and upload it. Nah, that's way too much screwing around for a thing that they should just have for standard. So bad for you. Bad on you, Final Draft. I don't use any of these things either, like cards. This is not bad though for if you wanted to switch scenes around. From what I've seen, this is the only way to switch scenes around. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. I kind of wish they would do it in a... I kind of wish they would something they would do in the navigator. You could just take the navigator and do that. Just take these and drag them up and down, but... But I think I just moved the scene around. I don't know what I did. I gotta I don't know. Scene view. I suppose this way you could do it too. Yeah, this way is even easier. Scene view, you could drag it around. This would be how you do it. Yeah, this is good. I like that. Speed view, page view, normal view. I don't know. I've always just used page view just because this is the default view. I don't know. There's really no difference between normal and page view other than, but it shows the page where the page breaks, which I want to know where that is just because. I guess it'll show like a thing, but right there, speed view, it's just one big long script. I'd rather see the page just so I know. I want to make sure nothing's getting cut off mid-line. I hate things that continue between scenes. Sometimes you can't really avoid it sometimes, but see, why is that like that? See, I don't know why that's like that. This should be like dialogue. Yeah, there. See, I can change out the dialogue through there. But you can also hit control and do it down the bottom. If you can see along the bottom there. When you hit control. But, I always just hit enter and then hit enter again to do whatever I want. That's how I'll always ever do it. But it's got your index cards and your beat board. This would be for outlining, I guess. I've never used any of these things. Yeah, see, I don't know why they like that. I guess you can move it around and put it in a different order, which that would just make it more confusing, I guess. But whatever, however you want to do it, it's however you want to do it. Yeah, I don't see the point of that. But there's so many things about this program that I've never really touched, and I don't need to because I just want to write. Which is why Classic View is the best. Nice and clean, no screwing around with all that other crap. But that's it. That's me checking out Final Draft 12. Haven't used it much just yet, but I haven't updated or upgraded my Final Draft in a while, and the actual icon is a little different now. It's like between every program they change how the icon looks a little bit. It's weird. But that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna go edit this a bit. Peace out. Keep writing.